What is up, everyone? I am Colin Lynch with JustBetOn.com. We just went 3-1 in the NFL wildcard weekend. We are back with a full day of college hoops. Today we got 4 plays. Going to get through these really quickly. We're going to start to the Big East. We got Butler at Xavier. Butler comes in at 11-6. Xavier comes in at 8-8. Butler off of a 78-72 loss against Seton Hall. I don't understand how Seton Hall was in the top 25 rankings. I kind of had them as a shoo-in for the 4th team in the Big East in the top 25. Had St. John's maybe in it if they got that one over Creighton, but they didn't. Anyways, Xavier comes in at 8-8, and they're off a massive road 85-65 win over Providence. You're going to hear me say this all the time. This is just something I love. I love home spots for these for these conference favorites. I know Xavier's only 8-8 in the year. That line's -5.5. This would be a little squirrely to me if we're looking at a 2.5 line. We're going to play Xavier here in this spot. I love them at home. Butler's really struggled on the road. We're going to take Xavier in that one. Moving on. TCU and Cincy. TCU comes in at 13-3. Cincinnati comes in at 12-4. Cincinnati is -3. We've had action on TCU's last 3 games. They had a big win against Oklahoma where we had them. We faded them on Saturday against Houston. They somehow came away with a late victory. Houston, just terrible possessions late. Cincinnati comes in off a 3-point loss at Baylor, and another tough loss before that, a 1-point loss against Texas. Look, I love this Wes Miller squad. There's another little bit of a spot fade against TCU coming off of 2 back-to-back top 10 wins. Win over number 9 Oklahoma, win over number 2 Houston. Cincy -3, Public's already backing TCU. I like Cincinnati in this spot. I like them at home. Wes Miller gets his squad playing tough. Give me Cincinnati. We go to the Big Ten. Big Ten, Purdue and Indiana. Purdue comes in at 15-2. Indiana comes in at 12-5. Indiana is +9.5. That was kind of surprising to me. Look, I love Braden Smith, the point guard for Purdue. Obviously, Zach Edey, National Player of the Year. They're coming in off of a blowout win over Penn State. Penn State's not very good, in my opinion. But I like this Indiana squad. We were on Indiana when they were at home against Kansas. They battled, they covered there. They're coming in off of a 12-point win over Minnesota at home where they covered the 4.5. We just know Purdue struggles on the road. They only have 2 losses. They're both in the Big Ten. They're both on the road. They lost at Nebraska and they lost at Northwestern. Kind of eye-opening losses. Not that Northwestern and Nebraska are terrible teams. It's not like a loss at Penn State, but they're still on the road where they've struggled, and they look like they can get caught in some of these road games. I like Indiana at home. I like the crowd that's going to be getting fired up at Assembly Hall. I think this number's too big. Do I think Indiana wins? No. 9.5 just looks like too much to me, so we're going to be backing the Hoosiers tonight. And the last one, we're going to the ACC. The old-fashioned dogfight from the old-school Big East. Syracuse is at Pitt. This is an interesting one as it's already their second matchup of the year, even though it's early in the season. Pitt comes in -6.5. They are 10-6. Cuse is 11-5. Cuse is also a team that has struggled on the road. They already had 3 20-point losses on the road in the ACC play. They lost by more than 20 against Duke, UNC, and Virginia, all on the road. And we said this is their second matchup. Cuse beat Pitt at home 81-73 back on December 30th. And Pitt is coming in off a blowout loss to Duke. We were on Pitt. They were just never in that one. Another spot play here. Pitt's at home. Interesting line. The line's -6.5. Again, this is a line where if it's -2.5, -3, I'm starting to shy away. I don't love that as much, but the public is backing Cuse, which I like, and I like Pitt to get a little bit of a revenge here on this this early season rematch. So Pitt -6.5. We're going to be on that. So to go through it again, we're going to be on Xavier at home -5.5 over Butler. Cincy -3 at home against TCU. Home dogs in Indiana at +9.5, and Pitt -6.5 in the backyard. Well, not the backyard brawl. That's West Virginia Pitt, but the old school Big East brawl. That just 2 of the toughest teams in the Big East, Syracuse and Pitt. So Pitt -6.5. Those are our 4 plays in college hoops today. Best of luck, everyone.